guys, it's Sam, and today I'm going to walk you through my curly girl hair routine. So I've talked about it before, but I do use a curly girl approved hair routine. There are a million and one resources about the curly girl method and everything, but it's a method of doing your hair, especially for curly haired, textured haired people, where you don't use sulfates or silicones. That's like the biggest thing in your routine in any of your products. Those are major ingredients to avoid. There's some other ones as well, but there's a plethora of different things about it, and this is not like a curly girl routine 101 video. You can definitely watch that. That's also why I'm not doing it for you in person, because there's plenty of videos like that already, and man, that's a lot of work. So I'm going to show you the products I use and I've been using for a while and talk you through them, and what I like and all these things and kind of what I do, just to give you some recommendations for things. So obviously this part of my hair is the only part that's really long enough to like see the curly girl-ness, but there's plenty of other videos where I have longer hair that you guys can see what it used to look like and kind of everything. I do feel that I have fine but thick, as far as like a lot of it, hair. I think I might have like normal porosity, but my porosity level is just kind of like, I don't really know. Like sometimes I think I have high porosity, sometimes I feel like I have low porosity. I just like I've never really been able to figure that part out of it. And I have like I would say like 2C to like 3A, sometimes 3B in certain spots hair type, but that's kind of the gist of it. So for the longest time I used this as my co-wash. It's all messy because I used to have to cover up when I had color in my hair. I used to have like purple and blue and green in my hair, and I used to have to cover it up for work with a Grey Root cover-up spray. So this is all of the like brown Grey Root cover-up spray, because when it came off in the shower it just like got everywhere and stained everything. So I used to use the Suave Naturals. I used the coconut one, and there's another like just like fresh scent that I used to use a lot. And I still have them to use sometimes, but I just don't use as much because I use something else now. But for the longest time I used this. For the last like, man, 7 years probably I used this. This is like the only co-wash that I use, and I really like it. I love the coconut one the most, but I decided for once to actually try like a co-wash that's branded as a co-wash, and I ended up liking that a little bit more. But this is totally fine and really easy to get into because it's like $2 at any kind of convenience store. But now my preference is the As I Am Coconut Co-Wash. Now this is just well beloved by like every curly girl community. It definitely smells like coconut, obviously. I'm trying to show you, like, it's definitely like liquidy, but a little bit thicker. No, it definitely looks like conditioner, but it's like, has really good slip, so it is you're really able to like run your hands through your hair while you're using it, and it just has a lot of great stuff in it. But I like it because you just kind of like dunk your hands in and like get in there. So I probably use more than I need to, but I love it. I also use this to detangle, and I detangle again like when I have my actual conditioner in my hair, but I'll put this in and like scrub all over. I put most of it in up here where my like hair is really curly, and like get it in here like in the front a lot. And then I just use like the leftover on the rest of my hair, so because I don't really need like a ton of it because the hair is really short. And then I will use whatever I put in and kind of like run my hands through this part to detangle it and get like the loose hair and stuff out of there. So I love this, and I feel like it gets my hair really clean, but not in a squeaky clean way, and I feel like it's even cleaner than the other stuff, and it just like, it gives it more like curl and bounce, I even feel like it's just really nice. So I love this. And I use a number of different conditioners. I still haven't like pinpointed my favorite conditioner. Again, my tried and true for years was the Sally Beauty Supply Matrix Biolage Conditioning Balm. It was the generic value product version of it, so they do a whole line of generic products based on actual like salon brands. So this is that version of it. It is something I've used for years and years. It's very thick, and it's not even like a floral, it's just like a nice smell, but it's just something I'm just so used to. But it's definitely very thick, balmy type consistency, so a little bit heavier. And I used it forever, and it was fine. I used it in everything, and I used it for like, to refresh my hair, I used it for everything. Now I almost feel like this might be too heavy for like this kind of hair, because I like having like the volume up here especially, and I just don't use it all the time, and I use lower amounts than I used to, and I still don't feel like I've quite figured out the correct amount. But I will use this between when I'm using any kind of like deep conditioner treatment stuff. So this is what I use the other days, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to use it in the future. I still have plenty of it, but I'm trying to experiment with other like curly haired brands, which is just crazy because for the longest time I never did that. I always just stuck to my stuff, and if this is like really cheap and that was really cheap, the Suave stuff, so like I always just use those things. And now I'm like, there's all these like curly girl brands that I can try. So over the last like year and a half or so, as my hair's been like growing back out, although I'm keeping it like this basically forever, for like a very long time because it's my favorite, but ever since I've gotten like more to it, I've been experimenting with the curly girl stuff and liking a lot of things a lot more. But it's hard to go away from your like tried and trues because this is like the first thing I used, and I just stuck with it because I was like, this is pretty good, and now I feel like there's other things that work better for me. So one of the things that I started trying when my hair was still long before it fell out, because, you know, chemo, was the Curl Junkie Curl Rehab. Now, this is a deep treatment, and I started using this, like I said before, my hair even fell out when it was much longer. This is the Gardenia coconut scent, so yeah, it's definitely like coconut. It's mostly coconut, honestly. Yeah, coconut with a little bit of flowers. It's nice. It's almost like an oatmeal smell too, honestly, so like that kind of thing. But I liked this, and I continue to use this, but there's only a little bit left of it, so I haven't used it as much lately, and I think I would probably repurchase this. Maybe, but I'm trying to do some other deep conditioners, but I really liked their other product that was the protein treatment. It was the, what was it, Protein Fix? I forget. I'll try to remember to leave that down below as what I really liked from them. So this is good. It's like normal, but I would definitely try some other stuff when this is fully finished. As far as protein treatment things I'm currently trying, I got this when I got my Diva Cut. I get a Diva Cut now. I started getting Diva Cuts back in like October, September, I want to say. So I get a Diva Cut, which is like a specialized way of cutting curly hair. You cut it dry, and it's like a curl specialist or whatever, and they use the Diva Curl products, which are a brand of hair care products that's made by the woman that wrote the original Curly Girl method. So it's all this big thing. It's like a legacy. So they gave me this to try, and it was the Diva Curl Deep Sea Repair Mask. And this is a strengthening seaweed mask, and this is their proteinish treatment. Like, it has a lot more protein than their other deep treatments have. I don't really know what the smell. It's just that Diva Curl smell. Like, Diva Curl has this like weird, this one almost has like a florally ocean scent to it, seaweed. Doesn't smell like seaweed, but it smells like oceany. But I really do like this, and this, when I need the protein boost, because my hair does like protein, but not overly using, because then it'll kind of dry it out. But when I need the protein boost, this really like gives it shine, bounce, really curls it back up, and just like, it's perfect. So I try to use this once a week to once every 2 weeks. Like, I haven't quite figured out the perfect balance yet. I almost need to like track it to really figure it out, but this is one of the deep treatments I've been regularly using, so I think I'll repurchase this one. I can't decide if I'll repurchase this one or their Curl Junkie one, but Curl Junkie's harder to get your hands on, and this is available at Ulta, which is down the street from my house. I mean, 15 minutes, but like close. Where the Curl Junkie stuff you have to get from Curl Mart, and they don't always have free shipping, and it's just like a big pain in the butt, so this is a little bit easier. And I might try some other protein treatments as well, but this one I'm really liking. And I've also been using the main choice as far as a deep treatment. This is the Green Tea and Carrot Deep Strengthening and Restorative Mask Treatment, and it says biotin. This is the stuff that they used to use on horses, and now they have their own like hair care products and stuff. It's crazy. This has, man, I don't even know what this would be called. It doesn't smell like green tea or carrot, really, maybe slightly green tea, but it just smells like something that has a lot of like oils, not like essential oils necessarily. It has like a citrusy smell to it, more than anything, I would say, but it's really fresh, and this is really good if you can put it on for a while. So I have used this just as like a 15-minute deep treatment mask, whatever, but the other day, after I had a protein treatment, and then my hair was just dry. I think I was sick for a couple days, and so my hair was just like nasty. And I had this on for an hour while I was doing homework, and it was amazing. And my hair was so soft and so nice after, but not overly moisturized, but my hair really needed it. So I think this is really good if you can put this on for a long time. You can put this on for up to an hour, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it says maybe left on with the plastic cap for up to an hour without heat. Awesome. And they said use every 1 to 2 weeks for best results. So I've been doing that, and I've been liking that. And then I have been trying out the Diva Curl 1 condition. I just got a little sample size of this, and this has just that Diva Curl smell. I don't know what it is. I cannot describe it. You have to smell the Diva Curl stuff. It just is the Diva Curl smell. But this is their just original 1 condition. They now have a 1 condition Delight and a 1 condition Decadence. Delight's more for wavy hair people. Decadence is supposed to be more for like very highly textured hair, and this is just the in-between. I'm starting to really like this one. I tried this when my hair again was really long and didn't really like it, but I think I also didn't use the right amounts and all this stuff. But this has a little more protein in it, I find. I find the Diva Curl products are a little more protein heavy. So I do like this, and I tend to use either this or the generic value product one. Like if I do any kind of deep treatment, I rinse that out completely, and then we'll put this in as like a small layer and rinse very, very minutely, and then like scrunch it in kind of over the shower. And I usually always use like cool water for that. But this is kind of my like everyday, I don't wash my hair every day. I don't co-wash my hair every day or anything, but when I'm doing it, this is like my regular normal conditioner. This one is the generic value that I use. So I'm considering getting this one. Again, I haven't quite decided. or if I want to try another kind, but I'm getting used to this like Diva Curl smell and I really like it, I don't know. Then as far as products, I put these on all in the shower with my hair sopping wet, usually over like this. So that's just the nature of what I do. For the longest time, I used the Kinky Curly Not Today leave-in conditioner. I have been using for the last couple of months the Camille Rose Naturals Coconut Water leave-in and detangling treatment. This is the same kind of consistency. It's what they call like a snotty consistency, which is like the grossest way of describing it, but that's what all the hair care gurus call it. So it's like a thinner, sort of gross consistency, I guess, but it's fine. It smells like suntan lotion basically, but I like that smell. And I only use a little bit of it because I don't want to use too much, but I just kind of coat my hair in this and scrunch it. And I usually try to focus it more on the ends because obviously that's where it's going to be driest. I'm not in love with this. I might try some other ones. I have not found a leave-in conditioner that I like love, so. This I really like, and it's something that I bought again because of my Diva Curl stylist, because she used this and I was like, this is amazing. And after I got this haircut, I didn't get the products that she used right away. I didn't buy all of them that she used either, but I bought this because my hair wasn't getting the same like volume and lift and curl that she had gotten it when I got my haircut. So this is the Diva Curl Believe In Miracle Curl Plumper, and it's supposed to be for texture and volume. And this I use as kind of like a base, and I put everything else on top of it. Well, I mean, I do the leave-in obviously first with this, and then I use. It is, again, that Diva Curl smell. I don't know what it is, man. But this is like a gel-like consistency, so I use like a probably nickel-sized amount and spread it out, and then I kind of run it down my hair, and then I scrunch. So this is what I use again on when my hair is mostly soaking wet. I don't try to scrunch all of the water out until I get to my gels. I'm a gel person. But I like this, and it definitely gives like this a lot more curl and lift and stuff than when I don't use it. So I really like this. And it's also something that I can use more than a normal gel on like second, third, fourth day hair when it's kind of wet, to scrunch it in again to like give it more volume and lift again and kind of refresh it. I switch between these two gels basically every other time. So I've been using the LA Looks Extreme Sport Blue Gel forever. I love this the most in the summer. I find it super helpful, but it's pretty much good whenever, and switching between the two is good. I think they must have some kind of like ingredient differences, and I'm not really good about like knowing that. I mean, I can look at it, but I'm like, okay, what do these words mean? And then it's just too much research, and I just don't. But I'm just like, this works. So I think the other one, which is another Diva Curl product, it has more protein maybe, and that's what does it. This one has a little bit of protein though as well. So maybe this one has a little more than the other because this has some soy protein towards the bottom of the ingredient list. But I just use a smaller amount and again, run my hands down and scrunch. And then I scrunch all the water out when I put the gel in. And then Diva Curl, what I've been trying is the Ultra Defining Gel. So this, they have also a lighter one. But again, they're both like, both of these are stronghold gels. I just really like the Diva Curl smell. This has less of the Diva Curl smell and more like a fresh scent. All of the smells of any of these products wear off. Like, they don't linger in your hair or anything. So if you don't like them, they go away. Like, I never notice them after I put them in, but I like when I put them in. But this one is one that you can scrunch out the crunch after you're done with it. So I like it. But again, switching off between them is really good. I think I will repurchase this in a bigger amount. I like that Diva Curl has these travel sizes because it allows me to try it in like a trial sample basis, and this, especially with my short hair, lasts forever, so it's really nice. So I'm done with all that and my hair is sopping wet. I put my hair up in a t-shirt. This is just a normal cotton t-shirt. I turn this one inside out because I think it has like logos in the inside, yeah. But this, I just wrap, you know, my head, I put my head like this, and I plop. So you can look up plopping, because I was going to try to show you, but I'm not going to show you with dry hair. So it basically pins all my hair to the top of my head and like accordions them down on top of my head, and then I just wrap this around and like secure it with some hair bands and stuff, and I do that for 5 minutes because my hair is not very long. When I had it long, I think I did it for like 15-ish, but sometimes I'll go a little over from really trying to have my hair dry faster, but sometimes I notice if I do it too long I get a little bit frizzy, so I never wear it to bed or anything like that, but like 5 to 8 minutes is like the sweet spot for me for plopping. And then when I take my hair out, I use the Diva Curl Diva Clips. So again, these, you don't need to buy these like from Diva Curl, but I just did because it was easy and I liked them. But these are the actual official Diva Curl clips, and I clip them in my hair in various parts. I'm not looking in a mirror, so, but like this maybe, let's say. You know, and then it holds the hair up at the root and allows it to dry with volume. So I do that with this, and then I got these little baby clips, which look the exact same, just smaller, from Sally Beauty Supply, and I'll put these in the front like that to hold it up, and then it dries with volume. So I do that when my hair is drying, and then it dries. I let it dry completely, air dry usually. Sometimes I'll use a diffuser, but I haven't found a diffuser that I love, and I feel like I get a little more frizz and a little more curl separation in a bad way when I use a diffuser, so I don't really use a diffuser that often. I try to let it air dry completely. I stand in front of a fan. I pump the heat up in my car sometimes to as like almost air dryer type thing, whatever I need to use. But my hair takes a long time to air dry, so that's why I don't think it's necessarily super high porosity, because then it would air dry a lot faster. But even my hair this short can take like 3 or 4 hours to dry. So when it was long, it was like 8 hours to air dry, and it was awful. But then for second day hair, I just use a like hydration spray. So before I used to use water mixed with my conditioner, but I never got the proportions for that right, and it was always like, for a week it'd be great because I got the proportions right that week, but then the next week it wouldn't be as good, and it was just a mess. So now I've just been using these hydration sprays. This is the Obaya Naturals Curl Hydration Spray, and it's my favorite. I use so many of these. Like this has a very nice like earthy smell to it, which is like some of my favorites. Like I wear like the earthy, musky, woodsy perfumes, and this has that like tinge to it. It smells like watery versions of like a woodsy, herbally smell. So I like this. I use this a lot. And some people don't want to spend money on something like a hydration spray, but I find this makes my hair less frizzy when I was trying to do it myself. And it just reinvigorates it and like gets the frizz down after I take it out of what I do at night, and like it just rejuvenates it and puts the moisture content back in there, which I really like. Then I've been using this, again, Diva Curl stuff. I've just been trying a lot of the Diva Curl. I was so against it for so long. This is the Diva Curl Set It Free Moisture Lock Finishing Spray. So I've been using this in sample size again, and again this has just the Diva Curl smell. I don't know what it is. This one has like a sweeter smell though than the normal stuff, than the rest of it. Again, it's not florally or anything, it's just like sweeter. I don't know what it is, but not overly sweet. This one's one of my favorite scents from the Diva Curl stuff. So I use this after I use the other spray, the Obaya Naturals one. I'll just spray this in other different places, and this is more of a lotiony consistency. Like it's a little bit thicker of a spray, and I feel like this really tamps down on the frizz a little bit. But I'm also not completely convinced of it, so I might try something else later, because I almost feel like I want like something to give me more of like a shine or something. I'm not really sure. But this I wouldn't mind repurchasing. And my last Diva Curl thing I got specifically for this. I would never use it unless I had this kind of hairstyle, but my hair tends to fall like this in front of my face, and I like it when it's more like this, but I can't clip it because how I have a little bit undercut like this. See what I mean? This is all very technical explanation. So this hairspray is really helpful. It's a Diva Curl Flexible Hold Hairspray. It has the Diva Curl smell. I like it. I don't know. This is almost like a salon smell, like the old like 80s hairstyles. I don't know. I like it. There's something about it. It reminds me of my mom or something. So I got this big bottle and I totally love it. And it's not very crunchy or anything, and it has like the fine mist because it's the aerosol spray, and it's Curly Girl approved because not every hairspray is Curly Girl approved because obviously it's Diva Curl. But I just push my hair back like this, and I usually do it on like second, third, fourth day hair when I'm starting to get kind of like all in my face, and I'll spray it like this, and it just kind of like makes it stay. It still falls a little bit, like I did it earlier today, and my hair's still kind of falling a little bit, but it keeps it a little bit more on my face, but not in a like plastered 80s pageant girl way, just in a like, it's flexibly staying there. Like it'll move a little bit, but it's mostly staying where it needs to be. So I really like this for this specific haircut, but I wouldn't need it if I had my hair the way that I had it when it was longer or anything, but it's good for certain like shorter hairstyles, I think. And then at night when my hair is shorter like this, I used to do a pineapple when my hair was longer, and I didn't love that because I think because my hair is a little bit thinner as far as the individual hair strands, that it didn't work as well, and that's where you just put your hair in a ponytail up at the top like this with a scrunchie. But now I use the Medusa, so I use these kinds of clips, and I only use 2 of them, and I put my hair like this, and then I'm not gonna do it right now because I'm still filming videos, but like I put my hair and I clip it as if I was in a ponytail here and then in the back, and it just holds it up here, and it doesn't give it any dents or anything. Before, when I was just using a ponytail holder for this hair, it was like getting it too tight, and then it was making a dent in it. Even if my hair is completely dry, it was just doing that all the time, so it didn't really work, and I didn't like it. And this gives it volume the next day, and it still lifts everything, and it doesn't ruin my curls at all. So that's what I do for nighttime. There is videos on the Medusa clipping, so just look up like Medusa hair clips, Medusa curly girl, and you'll probably find it. But that is it for my curly girl routine. If you have a similar hair type to me, or you just have some curly girl hair products that you really enjoy, comment down below and let me know. I'm so willing at this point to try out different things, and as these things run out, like some of them I love and I'll continue to repurchase, and some of them I'm willing to try new things for, so comment down below and let me know. And thank you to all my Patreon supporters who voted for this video. As you guys know, because I've mentioned it before, I do have a Patreon, and every month my Patreon supporters get to vote in a topic for a video for either this channel or my other channel, and so you can check that out if you're interested. They also get to vote for for a book that I will read and review every month. So it's a way to be more interactive with my content. They got to vote for a lot of different topics for Vlogmas, so that's why I've been mentioning them a lot. So I continue to have Vlogmas on this channel and my other channel, a video every single day if you want to see my face. So thank you again to my Patreon supporters who voted for this topic. I love talking hair, so thank you. So like I said, comment below and let me know your favorite Curly Girl approved products. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye.